Oh, I didn't make it to the medbay. Oh, you're too late. Everything's been dealt with. I found the information. Come from the Department of Galactic Geopolitics came and temporarily took over the authority of the medical cabin, saying he knows how to cure Sheila. In return for letting him use the medical cabin, he helped our department compile a list of patient confidentiality clauses. With that, no matter how influential a visitor is, they must follow the department's rules. This will greatly improve the privacy of doctors and patients alike. Open the door. This gun, he could be the bad guy. Why do you say that? Although judging by your anxious look, you don't seem to be lying. Fine, you can sort it out with him face to face. You look like you're in a rush. Whatever. Our department isn't involved. You can deal with your own problems. I'm performing treatment on this young guide from the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Do you two have a good reason for breaking in here? This is a treatment? I think you have ulterior motives. Look, like I said, I'm helping this guy from the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Although there was a little accident, it's not serious and far from being a conspiracy. She seems to have temporarily lost consciousness, but her vitals are okay. By the way, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Gunn, the founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. As you can see, I have the knowledge and authority that matches my age. If you don't leave, I will have security take you away on the grounds of interfering with medical procedures. Something we can do. His authority is higher than mine, second only to the likes of Chief Arlen. Let's wait outside for now. Why don't you have a look at what I have here? Let's just call the security department on him now. Why do you have my manuscript? I distinctly remember putting it away a long time ago. It seems that you may have misunderstood its contents. To tell you the truth, I'm a theatre enthusiast. I've written a play or two myself in my spare time. It's pure fiction. I see you have a lot of doubts about me. Why don't we have a chat? Maybe we can be friends. I highly doubt it, bro. That's right, if you have anything important to say, spill it. This manuscript talks about a mysterious experiment. Sheila has been reciting the script you wrote in advance. Oh, you've spoken to her. That's very observant of you. Most people wouldn't notice this without paying close attention. Let me put it this way. Write that so-called script by imitating Sheila's speech. It is still fictional. That should clear up any misunderstandings you have. Not done, bro. The so-called experiment is just a part of my hobby. Some people like gardening. I prefer to write plays. Surely you can't be so naive as to think that this has anything to do with what you see right here. Yeah. That's just your personal speculation. Do you have any other evidence? If not, there's no need to continue this conversation. My intuition has always been accurate. I am not going to leave. Don't just stand there. What are you talking about? Is this another residual effect of watching those videos? Right, the videos. What videos? What are you talking about? I saw you on the videos. What? How could you have seen Gunn and Sheila's videos? Given their age difference, if you saw a young Gunn in the videos, Sheila must have been a baby at the time. But that's not what you saw. That's because she's a clone or a robot. Take your pick. Unless the Sheila in front of us is neither the owner of the videos nor the real Sheila Nova. If there is a so-called conspiracy or some kind of experiment, then it can only mean one thing. She is impersonating Sheila under false pretenses. And she is strictly following Gunn's script. Yep, it all makes sense now. You too. I must say, this is all very entertaining to watch. Well, since you found the video, I suppose I can't hide it anymore. Who would have thought this tiny experiment of mine could attract so much interest? What happens next may surprise you, but no matter what you see or hear, please be patient until the end. Better tell the truth, don't embellish it. Get over yourself, there's nothing I haven't seen. Sheila, reconnect. We have something to ask you. Yes, Mr. Gunn, but I don't feel so good. Sheila, are you okay? Now you can give us some instructions, like pray, sing, or shout. Be sure to do what I say first. Remember, the instructions include pray, sing, and shout. What? I'm so confused. Hello, I am Sheila Nova, your guide to the Herder Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Sheila, sing. What the heck is going on? Yes, a smart person may have guessed by now. This all happened because I was too idealistic with my initial experiment design. I thought I could restore Sheila to her original self, relying only on a script and some technology. Unfortunately, a limited script will never be able to simulate a person's natural reaction in the real world. So I tried letting her watch videos from the past, hoping that she'd get a better understanding of how to be human. But I didn't expect Sheila, or should I say Prototype 157, to become so human. Prototype 157? Does that mean there have been 156 predecessors? Holy shit. She started to think more and more like a real person. She even realized that another Sheila, who looked exactly like her, once existed in this world. That was when she began to doubt her own existence. This is very dangerous for an android. The plot thickens. To be honest, it was an eye-opener for me as well. No wonder her body scan showed that her parameters were almost perfect. It was like a well-calibrated machine. That's right. The experiment I referred to is this perfect recreation of a young Sheila standing before you. She was modelled after the co-founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics and the love of my life, Sheila Nova. She died in the vast ocean of stars a long time ago. The reason I made prototype 157 is that I wanted to make up for my regret of not saving my true love when I had the chance. When she found out that she is not a real person, in order to prevent cognitive confusion, I had to erase her memories again and again to restore her settings and maintain her normal operation. That's why Sheila had short-term amnesia. Right, but I never expected that she would keep asking for help from the outside world until you eventually found out about this. So when I found out that Sheila was being treated by researcher Joanne in the medical cabin, I came as soon as I could to try to fix her cognition once again. How did this fix go? There are many possibilities. Maybe she will finally live according to the script once and for all, or perhaps she will continue the cycle, fall into another amnesia, and begin to seek help until the next fix. No matter how we deal with Sheila, I beg you, please don't make this experiment public. The ethical issues are bound to be investigated by the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Please, forgive this old man who was just trying to mourn his dead wife. I'm just a bystander. It's not my decision. Stella, I think you have 3 choices right now. 1. Tell Prototype 157 the truth about her life. 2. Fix and factory reset Prototype 157. 3. Destroy Prototype 157 and erase all records of this dangerous experiment from the history of the space station. As the leader of this investigation, it's up to you to make the final decision. As for Gunn, I'll keep an eye on him. I go for option 2. Have you really thought it through? Please tell Sheila the truth. Well, since you insist, I'll tell Prototype 157 about her story. But how she is going to react to that is completely beyond my control. And that is what makes her more human, Gunn. The fact that you can't predict her reaction. Gunn carries out your decision and leaves the medical cabin in silence. Check the status. Are you okay, Sheila? How do you feel? Like I just had a very long dream. Can an android dream of what did you dream about? I dreamed of a cold space station, a lost lover, a huge planet, and a silent radio. So, I'm a mechanical replica of a real person. My life is a parody of the dead. My thoughts, my speech, and even my behaviour are the product of Mr. Gunn's preset. Well, you were starting to adapt and evolve. I think if you put your mind to it, you can become your own person. How ridiculous. After learning that the other me had such a rich life, I wish I had my own birthday, my own friends, and my own dreams. Take your time. Everything will happen in due course. Is it my wish? Or perhaps I do have my own birthday, my own friends, and my own dream. Oh no, there seems to be a problem with our language module. Her various functional indicators are fluctuating sharply. Thank you, Stella. I'm just a guide in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. I think there is an even longer dream waiting for me, one where I willingly dedicate everything to the department. Anyway, thank you and farewell, Stella. Her cognitive module was burned due to information overload. It seems that telling her the truth was a bad decision. I don't care. She still deserved it. Alas, even the most advanced diagnostic equipment couldn't detect the difference between her and a real person. Except, on the side of her neck, there's a vague mark with the number 157. Don't need to blame yourself. I don't. Regardless of whether she still functions after I tell her the truth, she still deserved to know it. Android or not, I ain't lying to her. No one could have foreseen this outcome. It's not your fault. By the way, you still have Sheila's videos there. It's time to return them to their rightful place. Cheer up and let I'm not sad at all, and let everything go back to the way it was. I'm sad that she can't, retain her own sense of self. She keeps breaking down when she tries.
It's getting late.
Hey, it was...
Where to now?
She had the right to try, and I respect that. Hence why I told her the truth. Oopsies. I'm sorry. It's not the button I required. Hi, Esther. I've got those videos back for you. Shit at the fan. Experience other people's lives with your very own eyes. This is it. Blah, 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 blah. I brought them all back. 3. Not one too many. You've worked hard, young one. Not one too many, but there were only 3 missing. How would it physically be possible for me to find 4? You're weird. You've worked hard, young one. Sit down and have a rest. In return, I want to tell you a story I heard God knows when. You want to hear it? Sure. Okay, so now she's going to tell me the story that I just learned. Once, in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, there were two well-known young people. They were not only comrades in arms with similar interests, but also a couple who pushed each other to become better. They were committed to fighting for the weak and upholding justice for those who were trampled by eons and their factions. Until one day, justice was no longer just an ideal. A Lord Ravager came to the female researcher's hometown, and her home planet was about to be destroyed. For the first time ever, the two disagreed on how justice should be implemented in this scenario. The female researcher chose to return to her home planet alone to alert them of the disaster, but unexpectedly, an accident occurred during her journey. At the time, the star rail was blocked by a stellaron, and her spacecraft was also stranded in the path of the Antimatter Legion. In absolute fear, she chose to call the Herder space station for help. However, the space station had chosen to remain neutral in all actions involving the Eons, and the operator responsible for relaying the ruthless message was none other than the male researcher himself. Oh, that's so rough. Through the radio, he personally witnessed how his stranded lover ran out of oxygen in the damaged aircraft and how she slowly died, drifting into an endless darkness. For some reason, this tragic story just came to mind today. Thought I'd share it with you. She gave up her life for justice. Yes, she was a real hero. After her death, the researchers re-examined the question of justice. If we spend our whole life debating justice, but choose to stand idly by when there are actual injustices happening all over the galaxy, then what we're really doing is just making a mockery of justice. Well, that's all for today. Please take these rewards. I hope to see you again in the future. After all, there are still many secrets in this world waiting to be unearthed. Yeah, nah, let's not go through that again. That was like a super duper long quest. Okay, so I still have this one. Asta is following up on that part. And then I have a message here from Arlen again. Thanks for your help in uncovering the conspirator. I would like to thank you on behalf of Asta. Leave the rest to me. Heard I didn't punish Asta, did she? Is it true that Asta bought those things with her own money? So you really don't know? The space station may be Madame Herder's property, but she didn't pay a single credit for its construction. Miss Asta's... Oh, I did not know any of this. Miss Asta's family has ties to the IPC, so saying she's wealthy would be an understatement. Most of the facilities in the space station were essentially funded by her. So the cost of those things she purchased was practically nothing for her, really. Is that why she has a shopping problem? Is it too late to cozy up with Miss Asta now? Have you decided on what to do with Richard? I don't think you want to know the details. Oh, but I really do. In any case, I have to thank you for helping Miss Asta with this incident. That's it. That's the end. Oh, hey. Suckers. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. Herder Panopticon System. An update on the rumour circulating in a certain anonymous chat group regarding the space station's lead researcher. #latest update. The rumour in circulation is false and untrue. Equipment purchase records and statement information have been properly disclosed to the relevant department in the IPC. The full reports of the investigation have been posted on the space station's personnel internal data centre. With help offered by a certain volunteer, the said rumour has been determined to be false. The Space Station Security Centre has dealt with the perpetrator of his false accusation in accordance with the regulations. Furthermore, we would also like to urge all employees to remain alert to any unverified rumours and refrain from spreading them further, so that we can together build a positive social environment within the space station. Note: the procured little robot has been placed in the communal area. Please feel free to check it out. What did I say? You tried to maliciously defame a little girl, and now you're not even going to apologise? Humanity regresses by the day. Like something out of a horror story, Richard Know-It-All is nowhere to be found in the space station anymore. Are you from the security department's monitoring room? You seem to have a lot of free time. Bill Portcullis left the group chat. And Robot, lol. It's just plain funny to have someone like you lecture us, when all you do is ride your moral high horse and hide behind anonymity. If you're so good at being a keyboard warrior, why don't you show your staff card? Come on, let's take us offline. You're so Philistine, such an ignoramus. And Robot left the group. I see right through you, whoever you are. Licenseless space driving was kicked from the group. Kicked? By whom? Everyone. Oh, Purple Shirley. While chatting here, please mind your manners and watch your words. Don't offend people, don't make bad jokes, and don't provoke others. And also, don't stick your nose into other people's sensitive issues and don't try to get to the bottom of them. While chatting here, everyone must take extra effort to hurt people, make bad jokes, and provoke others. We must dig deeply into other people's sensitive issues to find out the truth. We need to learn to be tolerant and considerate while communicating. If there is a difference in opinion, don't fight over it and don't act on impulse. We need to learn to be ruthless and relentless when communicating. If there's a difference in opinion, do what your gut tells you. Never back off or down and never admit defeat. Blocked. Blocked. Freddie and Malvin left the group. Purple Shirley left the group. God, there's going to be no one left at the time. Looking at the chat history, all I see is just people fighting. Honestly, I'm not interested. Agreed, I'm leaving as well. Yeah, I'm leaving too. I can't take this. You guys. Forget it, I'm getting too old for this. I'm out. People Breaker, Ginger Spotted Dove, Private Dating Chat, Hey Maestro, and 66 others left the group chat. Whoa, I had no idea there were so many people in this group chat. I remember you. You added me to the group. Yep, come to think of it, I haven't formally thanked you for your help. You planned all this? You give me too much credit. I just needed the help of the space station's big hero to settle some stuff that I couldn't attend to myself. Who are you? I think you know. Hee 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 hee. Madam Herder's Heretic Club has been disbanded by the owner. Oh, that was fun. Ah, I like the way that it ended. Okay, yeah, so we still have this extra quest, and nothing else has popped up. I am very tired, so I think I might, finish up for the day. Even though I've only been going for several hours, but kind of wanted a full day of play, but it is what it is. Let's just do our 2 warps. Tingyun! Ah, she's the electricity though. Harmony. What was Harmony again? Characters. I don't really have that many, do I? Tingyun. So, lightning to trigger weakness break. Well, shock effect. Lightning. Yeah, okay. It's still pretty self-explanatory. And Harmony applies buffs to allies to improve the team's combat capacities. You could replace Dan Hong. I'm just saying. It's a possibility. Well, aren't you just the cutest bloody thing I've seen in this game? She has very tall ears. Oh, hair is so pretty. And the clips and the pins. Oh, A+ for your hair, though I don't really like this bit going in front of your face, but really cute. Your eyes aren't too bad. The eyes in this game aren't nearly as good as the eyes in Genshin Impact, but, it's better than most of the other characters, so I'll take it. So you must be from the same place that Dan Hong is from, with the Chinese influence. I like these little ties that you've got in several places. Because it's more than just one, it sort of brings the outfit in like an accent piece, and it matches your big ribbon, which is like super pretty. So it goes around your tail. Yeah, looks like it goes underneath as well as over. I like your back part. I like your sleeves. And they go as a gradient. I like gradients. Gradients are awesome. Oh, hey, hold on. This is opaque, but then it goes translucent on the back. That's cool. I like that. I like that your furry tail matches your hair. Huh, that's hilarious. I love what you're wearing. And you've got a jade bracelet, so you must have some kind of money on you. And then you're wearing impractical footwear as per everybody else, but ooh. Oh, I like your shoes. Oh, wow. Tingyun. I really like your design. Can you speak to me? I want to know what your voice sounds like. I don't know how to make you speak. But it would be nice if you could talk to me, please. I like her. I like her. I don't really have the facilities to, give her shit that she needs. Who else was electricity? Do I have to go through everybody manually? So there was Arlen. And Saval. Arlen and Saval. Okay. What's this one? I don't really know what your ability... Oh, I should probably look at your traces. What do you do? Actually, back up. How do I find out what your abilities do? There, skills. Basic attack. Okay. She deals lightning damage equal to 50% of her attack to a single enemy. Okay. And your ultimate regenerates 50 energy for a single ally. Oh, that's right. You're ally based, aren't you? Oh ho ho ho! Japad, I found you a friend. And increases the target's damage by 20% for 2 to... Oh. I mean, he does damage. Yeah, he does damage. Just not with his ult. Okay. Okay. But that'd be good for my shield. Skill. Grants a single ally with benediction to increase their attack by 25% up to 15% of Ting Yun's current attack. When the ally with benediction attacks. I don't think I'm understanding skill. What's skill? Yo, what's your skill? That doesn't make sense to me either. What's your skill? Okay, so it's your second ability. Right, your second ability is your skill. I follow. Okay, so your expensive ability. Okay, increases her attack up to 15% of her current attack. Okay, so we need to focus on your attack, even though you're not attacking. When the ally with benediction attacks, they will deal additional lightning damage equal to 20% of that ally's attack for one time. Benediction lasts for 3 turns and is only effective on the most recent receiver of Ting Yun's skill. Okay, your talent, enhance. When an enemy is attacked by Ting Yun, the ally with benediction immediately deals additional lightning damage equal to 30% of that. Okay, yeah, and your technique? Ting Yun immediately regenerates 50 energy upon using her technique. That's pretty cool. If you're immediately getting that, you can ult pretty quickly. I won't be using it, but, you know, I guess it's good to know. Okay, so attack is what you want. Upon battle entry, if an ally deals the same damage type as the wearer, damage dealt increase. That's not very useful for you. All allies receive 12 speed. After the wearer uses attacks, it gets hit. Additionally, recharges 4 energy. The effect can only be triggered 1 time per turn. After entering battle, increases the attack of all allies by 8%. That sounds more interesting. Equip that. I mean, it sucks to lose a damage dealer like Dan Heng in combat, but I kind of want to see how you work. Do I even have enough for a set? Defense, yeah, attack would have been better. Attack increases break. No, your attack to increase. So we want musketeer. If I can do that. Oh, hello. Knight's Silent Oath Ring. Ooh, Japad. This would be something for you. Where did I get this from? And how do I get the set? I need a set. That's amazing. Anywho, just equip one of these things. They're all attack, right? So, HP, defense, attack. Yeah, probably attack. Speed, defense. No. Equip that one. What is this? More of Night of Purity. You sure I haven't just missed it? There. Oh, but I already increased his shit. Japad. I gave you something really cool. And it's defense based, which means I don't want to give it to anybody else. I use so many of my resources to get that for you. Anyway. Oh, there's extra effects though. But anyway, we're switching sets. Sorry, buddy. I'm wrecking your stats. Oh, that starts at attack 45 and we go down to attack 33. I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry. This isn't like Genshin where you have 5 slots and so one can be from a different set. I've only got 4 unlocked, so to get your 4 piece, you need to wear the whole set. Crit rate, effect, hit rate. Lower defense at a base rate. Not ideal. Ugh, this is going to be the biggest blow. Oh, it doesn't even have... Wait, it doesn't even have defense as a stat? What? This may actually be worse overall. Because this thing right here is more... So what's that? 35... It's actually 36%. This is not maxing out. I don't know that that's worth it. I'm a bit bothered by that. You've essentially lost defense. Hold on. Let's just change it back. Recommended gear. No vacancy. Please try after removing a relic. It's recommended gear, so I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I guess I should level it then. What about your recommended... Hold on, take this stuff off. Oh, hold on, I don't even need to do that. I can just hit this button. Okay, recommended gear. And it's Musketeer anyway, and you put purples in. Oh, you took his defense? Okay, I mean, sure. At least it goes to somebody. Oh, it increases your attack anyway because it's part of the set, so yeah. Oh god, your defense is a bit rough. Oh, attack's only 141? Oh, none of it's leveled, I suppose. Whereas, oh, none of hers is leveled either. Is this taking their level into account? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. So you're taking 116. Oopsies, next one over. Whereas yours is taking... Ugh, that's atrocious. Anywho, I'm going to level you. Whether I use you or not remains to be seen, so this could be an utter waste of my resources, but, you know, whatever. Go get him, Tiger. No! Where this assignment? Oh no, it's not one of those. Oh, where do I get it from? Oh dear. Characters. Where is she? Oh, she's been leveled, so she's not going to be at the end. Dang on! Where do I get this from? Simulated universe enemies. That doesn't really sound convincing. Omnisynthesize. I mean, yes, I could, but embassy. Is there a particular level of simulated universe? Embassy exchange. 40 available. This feels like a bad way of accomplishing this feat. It really does. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Ascend! What level are you guys? 37. Wait, hold up. Oh, no, you're just ascending. Sorry, never mind. I'm an idiot. We're fine. So we're leveling up to level 37. Wait, I get reward. Oh my god. I haven't collected rewards for anybody. Have I? Oh, I have collected your rewards. Okay. It's just yours I haven't. Right. So, that's relics. You've got a light cone. Level up your traces. Attack increased by 4%. Oh, hells yeah. Oh, but all your stuff uses that thing. It regenerates 50 energy for a single ally and increases the target's damage by 20%. Goes to 23%. Okay. Oh, I can go higher. Oh, we can do more. Really? I can do. Wow. Jabad comes first. Applies a shield equal to 31% of his defense. Where do I get you? Calyx, supply zone. Sorry, Calyx, I can read. Looks like I have to go to the supply zone for you. You suck. Madam Herder. Okay, let's use this one. I can scrape through that one, but not another one. Credit required. No, what is this? Destroy its final rod. Echo of War Supply Zone locked, not available. That sucks. And where do I get you from? Another Calyx. Ugh. When an enemy is attacked by Tingyun, the ally with Benediction immediately deals additional lightning damage equal. So really you want to be doing your Benediction as often as possible. Yeah, okay. Stuff it. Just buy more. I shouldn't do this, but stuff it. Need 3. This is such a bad way of accomplishing what I require. And that needs the credit, which I need to do, the thing I can't do. Yep. Okay. And you guys keep telling me that she's going to change or something and to not put many resources into her. But I don't know what you mean. I don't want to know what you mean. And I don't know when it happens. So I've been very tentative in what I spend on her. And I don't know that I'm going to invest in that just yet without knowing more about that. I am going to put her on my team, I think. Let me just do a comparison. HP 894. Far less HP. That's got to go poorly. Significantly less attack, which is going to hurt me in the long run. Your defense is the same. Speed, mostly the same. Crit rate is slightly higher. Yeah, not really much going for you other than your other abilities. I'm going to lose a ton of damage taking him off the team. But okay. How do I create a party? Not from this screen. I don't know. Team setup, that's what I'm looking for. Just gonna trial good old Tingyun for a bit, see how it goes. I don't know that it's gonna go well, but we'll see how it goes. Aye, Trailblazer. Path traces, activate or level up character traces 20 times. Oh, I didn't do your light cone. Tingyun. Oh, I probably should superimpose, right? Yeah. I don't know. We'll leave you there. Whatever. I don't know that I really would be wasting all of my materials when I don't really know if I want you on the team.